Welcome to another Yoga Pilates mashup. We are going to target those obliques today, so those muscles that run along, actually diagonally across the abdominals and help us twist, help us side bend laterally without collapsing. So we're going to find a few targeted exercises to turn those on. And ideally, you have one block for this practice. Come to your back body, keep your block nearby, and just find a moment with your feet on the ground, knees bent, hands to either side of your belly and elbows wide. Close the eyes. And take a few deeper inhales, filling the belly, not only up, but out. So really trying to press into those palms left and right, expand diaphragm, expand the area where those obliques live, moving rib cage. And on every exhale, come back through center, keeping a neutral spine, meaning you're not overarched away from the ground, you're not pressed down and compressed. And just keep breathing like that, moving in through the nose. Maybe finding our Pilates breath out the mouth through pursed lips. So every inhale, the belly relaxes, gets wide as it fills. And every exhale, as you press the air out, slightly tighten the abdominal wall, slightly hug everything up and in, belly button to spine, like a corset is hugging you through center. Let's do two more like that. And then when you're ready, you can blink the eyes open, reach for that block, and just bring it in between your inner upper thighs on the lowest setting so that your feet can still be parallel. And on every exhale now, see if you can also squeeze that block. Engage inner line of legs, pull up through that pelvic floor. Feel the tightening of not only the abdominal wall, but also the inner line of legs, like everything's hugging in through center. One more like that. Keep the squeeze. Bring the hands behind the head. Take an inhale, open elbows wide. Exhale, little ab curl up. Turning on the front of the abdominals first, keeping the feet and hips grounded. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Use those pursed lips for the exhale and the mental focus to really tighten the abdominals all the way to empty on those breaths. Take one more like that. And then release down for a moment. We're going to come into that diagonal rotation. So I like to bring my hands a little wider, fingertips to the back of the skull, elbows nice and wide. Inhale here. Exhale, you're ab curling up, and then you're just turning the torso in one direction. Feel the sides of the body, the side that you're twisting towards, tighten. These are your obliques. Inhale through center, release for a moment. Exhale up and rotate the other way, nice and slow. Feeling those obliques start to turn on. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift and twist. Finding your range of motion, using the emptying of the belly to get you higher. And remembering you're only turning through the upper body, hips and feet stay heavy left and right, toes facing forward. You're still squeezing that block. Let's take one more on each side. So this is the diagonal twist, which we'll play with again in a moment. And then let's find arms by our side, reaching for those heels. You can always keep your hands by your head if you need to support the neck. Chin to chest. On the exhale, lift. Stay lifted, hovering those shoulder blades away from the ground. Just come out to one side. See if you can reach that hand towards the outer foot. Inhale through center. Exhale to the other side. Reach or touch that ankle or foot. So you're shortening the waist as you take these little lateral side bends left and right. So you should feel almost a crunch on the side that you're shortening, and then still staying controlled through the other side that you're lengthening. If you need to bring your hands behind head and only reach one arm, that's what I'll do to protect the neck. Stay lifted the whole time, keeping the front of the abdominals nice and turned on for 2. Last one. And then come through center, release it down. Take a big belly breath. And keep the block where it is. Bring your legs into a tabletop position. Arms come out wide, maybe slightly below the elbow or the shoulders, palms pressed down. Ground your hips, no arching of the back, no extreme press, somewhere neutral with the spine. Inhale here. And on the exhale, slowly start to drop the knees over to one side, controlling through the opposite side oblique. So don't let the knees actually touch. Find the hovering position where you make sure your obliques are turned on, you're not in a twist. Exhale, bring you back through center. Inhale over to the other side. Hover for a moment. Exhale back through center. Keep moving with breath. Head and shoulders stay down. Hands are there to help you. You can get lighter with those fingers if you want more of a challenge, using more of the abdominals rather than the arms to help keep you from dropping. And I like the exhale as you come through center. So inhale, you're long and hovering. Exhale, you really recruit the muscles to come back through center. Go one more time in either direction. Maybe hovering for an extra moment on each side. Evening it out. And then pause through center. Bring the feet down, release the block away for a moment. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Take a butterfly shape, hands to belly. Breathe into the belly. Still attention to those side ribs expanding. Staying for the exhale. And then feet come back to the ground, hands behind head. Inhale here. Exhale, we curl up, bring left knee to table, twist in that direction, twist left. Inhale through center, foot down, torso down, same side. Exhale, lift and twist left. Inhale, tap. Exhale, recruit those twisting muscles for 5. Maybe close the eyes, connect with the breath. Keep the knee over hip, no closer to you. Last 2. Listen carefully. On 1, twist and hold. Straighten the left leg towards the sky. As you're twisted left, lower the leg any amount down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift for 3. You could even reach your arms outside of the hip, get a little higher away from that right shoulder. Last 1. Foot down, torso through center, and release. Take a breath. Set up for the other side. Exhale, bend that right knee, twist right. Inhale, foot down, torso. Exhale, lift, rotate to the right. Think about this being a spinal movement as much as an ab curl. So you're really trying to turn the chest towards the right side while keeping those hips steady, not twisting the lower body. For 5. Last two. Hold on one, stay lifted, reach the right leg long, lower it down and away. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, lower. Maybe reach your arms out to the side, lifting and lowering for two. Last one. And then foot down, torso down. Take the arms wide, feet together, knees wide again. Big breath here. Stay for the exhale. And then legs towards heart center. Give yourself a little hug, rock it out. Hands behind thighs, chin to chest, rock and roll up and down the spine, massaging spine on the way, also activating the core until you come all the way up. Bring the block with you to the front of your mat and find a downward facing dog. Lift your hips, spread palms. Maybe pedal it out, move the hips, get out of the lower body, any tension, press the chest closer to the legs. Take a big inhale. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Exhale, bend the knee, come to a plank and pause in a high plank. Now we're going to inhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow. Exhale, bring it across to the left. Inhale over to right, holding plank the whole time. Exhale over to left for 3. Holding plank, using the weight through both hands, moving knee left and right with the core involvement and the steadiness everywhere else in the body. Last one. Bring it over to the left, pause, extend the leg out long into that fallen triangle. Press into the right hand, push into feet, turn toes, and start to lift up and away. Maybe a side stretch, left arm overhead. Get a stretch through the left side body. And you can stay here, or from this modified side plank, see if you can draw the right foot closer, push into the left foot, and hover the right leg away from the ground, turning on those bottom obliques, tops turned on as well, keeping waist long. Inhale here, hovering for 2. Stay for exhales, last one. Protect the neck, gaze forward, and then drop the foot. One more stretch as you turn to the ground. Step back, downward facing dog. And pedal it out. Other side, left leg up, inhale. Exhale, left knee to chest, pivot forward into that plank pose. Knee comes to left arm, then over to right. Inhale, left. Exhale, right, moving with breath for 3, 2, especially when it comes across the body. Last one, extend the left leg to the right, find that fallen star shape. Press into outer left foot and right heel, lift. Little stretch with right arm overhead, take a breath. And then stay here or restack into this modified side plank. Hug the left foot closer. Press into the right heel. Engage inner line of left leg. Obliques and lift the leg. Breathe for 2. Last one. And then the foot comes down, up and over for the stretch. Turn to the ground. Step back to downward facing dog. And take a breath. Inhale, high on balls of feet. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, little or big steps to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Press into the feet, root to rise, come to standing. Exhale, release hands down. Grab your block for a moment, bring it between your inner upper thighs. And find the mountain pose, strong and straight, squeezing inner line of legs, pushing through feet, and finding a nice stacked spine. Take a breath. Drop the shoulders. Squeeze the glutes slightly, helping you squeeze the block as well. And inhale, reach arms up. Exhale, interlace the hands, release the pointer and the thumb. Take a breath for length, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, come over to the right. Find a side body stretch, but keep yourself from collapsing on the right side by using those obliques. Big inhale, long exhale. Press through feet, inhale, rise. Exhale, other direction. Reach up and over, shoulder down and away from ears. Glutes turned on, and those obliques turned on. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bend the knees, release hands, fold over leg. Release the block in front of you. You're going to step the left foot back, right foot stays forward, block comes inside of the right foot on the highest height, and drop the left heel, finding heel to heel alignment, but slightly shorter than a warrior two. We're going for a triangle stance here. Inhale, reach hips back, torso and arm forward. Exhale, find that block, plant the palm, and lift the chest as you reach the left arm up. You can always keep the hand to hip as well. Feel the length through both sides of your waist. So if you've collapsed on the right side, push away, maybe even touch it, make sure it's turned on. And from here, you can lift slightly and reach your arms forward in space like you're holding a beach ball on either side of your ear. Press through the feet, inhale. Exhale, come back up to standing. 2 more times. Inhale, we reach long through the side body. Exhale, recruit core to lift. Last one. Super mindful of low back. Make sure you're using core, not low back to lift. And then relax the arms. Bring the block to the other side. Turn the left toes to face the back. Block inside of the foot. Right toes on a bit of an angle. Nice short stance so that as you reach the hip back, arm, torso forward, you get a stretch through the inner line of the legs, but the heels stay grounded, and we find triangle pose on the other side. Inhale, push the ground away, get more space through the bottom rib cage. Stay for the exhale, little rotation. And you can stay here or soften the front knee, reach the arms forward slightly, a big beach ball. Inhale. Exhale, press through feet and rise. Inhale, lower any amount. Exhale, lift it up. Last one. And then gently hands down, turn the feet, bring the block to the front of the mat, plant the palms, step back, downward facing dog. Okay, last little bit of oblique work, and then we'll stretch it out. We're going to play from our forearms. So drop your knees. Let's set up for a side plank on one side. Stacking the shoulder right over top of that elbow, making a fist, bringing it in line with elbow, and just bending the knees to start. Now you can stay in a modified side plank, and that means that you can reach the bottom leg long and the top leg forward. Or you can bend the knees and press into those shins. Or you can lengthen the legs, lift up, stack, or stagger the feet. So come to your version of a side plank. Arm reaches up or stays on hip, gaze stays down or straight forward. And we're just inhaling, dropping the hip, exhaling, lifting it up. Little dip with control, mindful of that shoulder. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Think about the obliques hugging up and in to help lift rather than shoulder and feet doing the work for 5. You can even bring hand behind head. 4, 3, 2, And one. With control, turn through center. Whichever variation you're on, take it to the other side. Set it up. Find your space away from the ground. Find your top leg, top arm. And again, we inhale, lower just a little bit, hover the hip. Exhale, lift it up and away. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Hip dips for 5. For 3. For 2. Last 1. Turn through center, come onto your hands, find a high lunge for a moment. Feet and hands this time if you can. Come back to the first side plank, but this time on hands instead of forearms. Stagger feet or stack them. And this time your top arm is going to inhale, lift up. Exhale, curl to the ground, reach that arm underneath like you want to reach behind your ribs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist, torso faces the ground. Inhale, stack the shoulders and hips. Exhale, twisting just through upper body, hips stay stacked. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last 1. See how far you can get at this time. Stay facing the ground. Plant your other palm. Transition to the other side right away. Find your stacked high plank. Feet staggered. You can always bring that top foot in front as well, bending the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach under. Inhale, stack, open chest. Exhale, curl. Feel this little twist and crunch as you reach. Inhale for 5. Three. 2. Last one, as far as you can come under the ribs. Face the ground, plant both palms, step to high plank, breathe for 3. Hug belly up and in, squeeze glutes for 2. And 1, drop the knees, come to the belly, stack hands on top of one another, head down, take a little break. Shake out the hips, let the legs be long, shoulders down and away. And then Sphinx pose, bending elbows, pressing into hands, forearms, elbows under shoulders, feet nice and far away so you have room in the low back. Find a big belly breath through the front of those abdominals. Release down, hands under shoulders, press up and back to a wide-legged child's pose. Stretch the spine, hips down, head, arms, chest surrendered. Walk yourself a little bit to the left, as far as possible, getting a stretch from armpit to hip. Big breath into that rib cage. And then over to the other side. And then coming through center, kneeling, bring the shins over to one side, sit down inside of that leg, so shins are over and the opposite hip is down. Hands come outside of the feet. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, switch the shins to the other side. Fingers outside of the feet, opposite hip, nice and heavy. Reach up and out of the waist. Feel this maybe even into the low back. and then come on up. Hopefully you feel good. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, and I hope to see you soon. Have a great rest of your day.